My name is Henk. I'm coming out from Bussum here in het Gooi. And I was born in a shop like this. My father had a pet shop with fishing rods and also with a lot of aquariums. And when I was 14 I went to work with him. And that's 54 years ago, and I still do it. I was pioneering because in that time everything was very difficult because you have to discover everything. I was pioneering, experimenting, and became very good in it. When I was working with my father, and I had above the shop from my father one tank of 3 meters and 2 tanks from 1,50 meters on my roof. So I was completely, I was hooked. I was hooked, so I did everything. I went also to people who import fish. And when I saw a fish I never saw, I bought it. And tried to read and to find things, because there was no internet, of course. But there were many books, I read them all. There were hundreds of books, I read them really all. I was the first one in Holland who had a stingray, the small freshwater stingray. And the first fish I had, that was a normal fish. Then I was 6 years old. I had a small tank, and it was the Sumatra. It's a small salmon from Barbus. From Barbus Tetersona, from Sumatra. We still sell them here. It was very special then. Now it's very common fish. But in that time everything was new. I was for the first, I went on holiday to India, and I came in the south, and then I hired one snorkel thing from a guy. I want to buy it. He said, no, you can't sell it because you're the only one. That's where I live from. I said, okay, I hire it for 2 weeks. And I went in the sea, and I almost drowned every time because I don't want to get out. I wanted to stay. It was so fucking beautiful. When I just made an aquarium at my home from 6 meters. It's only this high and this big, but 6 meters long. And if I look at an aquarium, it makes you, when you see harmony, you will be harmony. You know what I mean? That's the real thing, and that's why it's so important to do it good, because then you get the harmony. And when you make it a hobby, and when the love is there, it's going to be like a fire. Once that was in Artes, that was new. That was a marine tank with all small fish and things, and everywhere you looked, something happened. And that was not a big tank, it was 2 meters. It was in Artes, that's in Amsterdam. That's a zoo. And it was bloody beautiful, man. Yeah, nice. Good memory. I was with a friend. We were flabbergasted when we saw this tank, because that was new. We sell it now, but then it was the first time I saw something like that. 40 years ago. There was a guy, I didn't have work. I had 1 year in my life no work. And I was bicycling here in Hilversum. And I thought, hey, I went to a pet shop, because I know him from years ago, and he sold tropical fish, and I went there for 14, 15 years. And I said, okay, I'm okay. I said to the guy, hey, you don't sell fish anymore? No, said he, there's a small new shop. It's called the Rifwachter. And the Rifwachter, maybe they have nice fish. So I went there, and there was a sign, because we don't have people enough to work for us, we are closed on Monday. So I went inside. And I said to Sean was the owner. It was a very small shop behind the house in a sort of barn. And I said, okay, I come to solve your problem with people, with personal. Okay. But I had a lot of experience, and I said that, and he thought, this is a motherfucker, he thought. So he said, I'll call you in 14 days. And he didn't call, so I went to 15 days, I went back, so you didn't call. Why? Zegt hij, yeah, because you have a big mouth. I said, okay. I said, okay, let me work for you for 3 days, 4 days, and if you like it, you take me in it. And I worked for 1 day, I said, I hire you, man. So that was very nice. And then he said, here was a bunker, it was empty, it was a monument, and he wanted to buy this. And then we started, and then he said, come, let's go, let's look, what do you think? I said, man, this is it. This is going to be great. And so we did it. And then we together, we made it, the shop bigger and better, and working bloody hard, earn money, and put it back in the business. That's the way how you do it. It was much bigger than it is now, because we had a crisis, a financial crisis, and then we made the business smaller. But because we did it, we still exist. The others who didn't that, all gone, all broke.
Your thoughts about the new owners?
Oh, good. They're nice people. That's the most important thing. You have to be nice, because if you come in a shop and there are nice people to help you, you come back. An asshole And you don't buy something from an asshole. And that's the way. And I always say, because when people come to work here, they all, yeah, but I know this. And I always say, the only thing is important that you can talk nice and you are a nice person. Because the rest you can learn, you know. That's the most important. And that's the secret. It's not secret anymore because I just told you.
What do you want to do before you die?
I've two big sons, and the things I really wanted to accomplish, I did. I can die peaceful because I had a very good life, very nice. It's also very nice if you have work and you love your work, you're at least 8 hours a day happy. Hi, you're welcome.